Alright, hello and welcome back, you absolute losers. So, here we are once again with another TED Task Only challenge, this time on the brand new map, Totenreich. Real excited to finally be doing this and get away from doing the fucking taking every gun to round 50 thing. It's a nice little change of pace. Rules are we have to acquire all of our perks exclusively from TED Task. Ether Tools and Pack-a-Punch Crystals are excluded from this due to the fact that I don't want to torture myself. I'd rather go through a little bit of pain, as well as big thank you to W Energy for being a partner with the channel. You can use code IDK15 to get 10% off of any of your orders, but I'll talk a little bit more about them later. With all that being said, let's get straight into this shit. So, obviously, with every single map, just like fucking Paradox Junction or Ashes of the Damned, I guess, obviously, some of the first stuff you need to do before you can even start to work on TED tasks is obviously turn on the power and open up, well, I guess not on all of them you need to open up Pack-a-Punch, but you do need to turn on the power, at least to the best of my knowledge, at least in my experience, that's what it usually was. And obviously on Totenreich, it's a bit longer of a setup compared to previous maps, especially compared to Paradox Junction. I mean, dude, you can fly through that shit like it's no fucking problem. This one, that's a little bit of a, you know, different story. And I literally wasn't joking. I mean, we are literally still going. Obviously, you know, usually I wouldn't, you know, show you this much of it, but I mean, it takes a long ass fucking time. So like, cut me a break. Jesus. But obviously, eventually get Pack-a-Punch 1, and then we are going to move on to the first TED task of the video. What is it gonna be? I know you want to know so bad. It's been so long. Hold the fucking location, dude. I mean, they're not as bad as the ones on Paradox Junction, but like, dude, this location for holding, I used all my shock charges and both my ether shots to make sure I could get this because there was no way the gun was gonna fucking save me, dude. But eventually we get it done, and what is the first perk we get? Vulture Raid, baby. I mean, I love it for the auto plates, and we get a fucking ray gun, dude. I mean, like, dude, it's round 10. What the fuck? But on the way to round 15, when we get our next TED task, obviously, before we get it, we get Pack-a-Punch 2. Head right back over to where we came from. Death from Below on this map is a little, like, based off of my location, was a little difficult to figure out, like, where I was going to pull this off at. But I was thinking on my feet, and I was like, hold on. There's a set of stairs that goes down that's inside the lighthouse, so why don't I just use that? So that's what we fucking did, bud. But obviously get it done because I am that fucking guy. And we get quick revive, baby. Faster health regen. That's literally all it's fucking used for. But on to round 18, next TED task. The opposite of what we just had. Death from above. Once again, thinking quick on my feet. Fuck the Necro Pincer, by the way. Not because I hate him, but just because fuck him. Thinking quick on my feet, I was like, wait a second, there's a set of stairs right there. So I went up to the set of stairs and I fucking shot them. I mean, the whole point of this game is to shoot things. But get it done, and what is the perk we get? And a Pack-a-Punch 2 crystal, that's pretty useful. Not for me because I already have it, but anyway, Mule Kick, baby. I don't really know if I should be, I mean, I hold more ammo because of my augments, and more plates I get. Yay, I don't fucking, but also, round 21, we get Pack-a-Punch 3. Figured I'd start showing you guys that, but anyway, outside of that, round 23, brand new TED task. What is it? Equipment. I mean, we use our equipment. I will say, this one, low-key, dude, this one fucking sucked. Because there was, like, because of the icy bullshit going on outside, dude. Like, it was so fucking hard, because I couldn't stay in here and do this, so I had to run outside and do it, and then I couldn't move. It was a fucking shit show, bud. But eventually we did get it done thanks to the extra help from the TED task throwing out equipment. And what did we get? Double tap, baby! Especially with this shotgun, dude. I mean, it makes, oh my god, it makes it so much better. But on to round 27, another TED task, and it is critical kills. Not exactly ideal when using a shotgun, but this one is relatively okay when using the shotgun, so it's kind of alright. I will say, the amount of times I almost came to dying on this run because the map is a lot more confined than obviously like Paradox or something like that, or like all of the survival maps are relatively open, all considered, right? But not getting Jug in its round 27, dude, is an absolute fucking shit show and a hellstorm, like, while being on this map in particular. But then, you know, obviously you're watching the video, so we obviously did it, but like, God, I mean, I'll tell you, man, this was like, Get it done, and what do we get? Another ray gun? What the fuck? Also, Deadshot Daiquiri. Obviously, since we're not using an assault rifle or an SMG, it's not, like, absolutely necessary, but every little bit of damage counts, especially with reducing that hip fire. But 5 rounds later, on to round 32, we get another Ted fucking task. And what is the Ted task we get? Stand still. Not half bad. I mean, if I had Casimir's like I somehow managed to get on, like, almost any time I've done this, I've somehow managed to get Casimir's. If we had that, this would be significantly easier, but we didn't, so, you know, we had to just stand still and shotgun them, obviously. But, obviously, we get it done. And what are the perks we get? Speed Cola and fucking jog, baby. Fucking jog. God, it feels so good to be able to say that again, bro. But I warned you earlier we'd be talking a little bit about the partner of the channel, W Energy, a little bit. Just real quick and real fast, some really good things about W Energy is obviously it's, you know, it gives you energy, caffeine. Everybody fucking loves it. I drink it literally all the time just to be able to make these videos and be able to, you know, fucking, like, edit and shit like that, because editing is so fucking boring. I'm sorry, but, like, it is, right? But obviously, they have some amazing flavors, very unique flavors as well, in my opinion. Some that I've never seen from any other brands before and stuff like that. And also an amazing positive is they have no added sugar. Just extra makes it a little bit healthier, obviously, because, you know, some energy things can be a little... you know what I mean, when it comes to, like, health-wise and everything like that. And also, it gives you amazing energy that lasts without the jitters. The only bad thing I can say about caffeine is the crash after and the jitters that comes with it if you're not, like, really used to taking it and stuff like that. But, like I said, you can use code IDK15 for 10% off of any of your orders. And, yeah, let's get straight back into this shit. On to round 37, we get another Ted task. And what is the Ted task gonna be? That's a great question. Combat axe, baby. At the moment, I had C4s, but obviously, you know, Ted task throws out the fucking combat axes, and then, you know, just throw combat axes, baby. Just throw fucking combat axes. But we get it done, and what is the perk? Melee Macchiato. Fucking useless. But on to round 40, another Ted task, and of course, it's in the fucking ice again. Crouch kills. You know the drill. Crouch down. Get kills. Complete it, and what is the perk? Elemental Pop, baby. You know, it's useful. Fuck! And I know you were sitting there wondering, is there gonna be a complain corner of this video? Well, you bet your sweet fucking ass there is. The only, right, I stand by my 9 out of 10 rating for Totenreich, obviously, right? I stand by that from my video, I think it was on Monday, right? I stand by that. The only thing that I can criticize right now that is just, like, it's not like it's the worst thing ever, right? But it is just a little fucking, it's annoying, okay? Is the fact that, like, after round 30 or, like, 35 or whatever, you get, like, 3 to 4, what are they called? Necro pincers, whatever the fuck? You get them, like, all the time. And it's not like they're the hardest thing to take care of, because they're really not. But, like, I feel like what's going to end up happening with this map is that people are still going to love it, but people are going to complain about the spam of the Necro Pincer, like, with what happened with Mimics, right? Not on Paradox Junction, but, like, back in, I think it would have been the Tomb. Like, you'd get, like, 9 Mimics a fucking round, and I feel like that's what's going to happen with this map, is that everyone's going to complain, not because Necro Pincers are hard to take out, but they just start spawning way too much in the high rounds, and it just gets a little annoying. Fuck! And then round 44, another Ted task, and what do you know? It's in the ice again, but it's okay because it is a flame trap Ted task. Turn on the flame trap, burn them. I mean, obvious. What else do you think fire would do? But get it done, and what is the perk? PhD! That's all I gotta say. But round 47, Ted task once again, and what is the Ted task? Kill in the location. Stay in the location, get the kills. Get it done, and what is the perk we get? Wisp fucking tea. Round 50, another Ted task, and what is the task? Stand still, Ted task. I mean, we already had one of these. Do I really have to fucking explain it again? Get it done. What is the perk? Well, you know, it's Death Perception. We're on round 50. What is Death Perception gonna do for me? Let's be real. But, on to round 55, the final Ted task. What is it? Mangler Cannon. Yay. But we get it done, and the final perk that we get. If you play this game, you already know what it has to be. Stamina. Wish I would have got that way fucking sooner. Would have made this shit so much easier. You remember when I complained about Astra Malorum being the longest one? Yeah, this shit took me all the way to fucking health cap. I'm not gonna complain though, because I actually like this map. But anyway, thank you for coming out, spending a little bit of your time with me today. I truly appreciate it, and yeah, hope you guys have a fucking good one.